Dad, happy Father's Day. It has been a half a century now, and I know you're thinking back today to 1966. You were a young dad. I too was a young father, and so I feel I can imagine your thrill and fear that day. I was there. I mean, not just physically, of course, but in retrospect, I was in your place that day 50 years ago. You took me camping at a few weeks of age. I wonder, would that have been a formative experience for me? I have vivid and likely inaccurate memories of a convertible car as a baby. Maybe that was formative for me? Okay, enough of that. I have an especially intense memory of looking up at birds while walking, following you down a dock on a river. You were carrying an outboard motor. You're so strong, like your father was as well. And the next thing I remember after looking up at the birds was looking up at the light above me from deep underwater. I didn't do anything. I just naturally rose and had my arm extended, and you reached down into the water and grabbed my arm and pulled me up out of the water. I owe you my life again for that you did for me. Now, after an experience like that, you could have become an overprotective father and kept me safe from anything possibly dangerous or risky. But no, you encouraged me to continue taking risks. We went on toboggan rides. I remember one time in which you broke your right leg on a toboggan ride up at government camp. And despite your broken leg, you helped me through the snow to get back to the cabin. What other memories? You took me fishing in an 18-foot long wooden boat out in the Pacific Ocean where we went over waves that were higher than the boat was long. And I loved it. It was just thrilling to me, and I still love that thrill. We skied on Mount Hood together. Downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, I love that as well. Speaking of Mount Hood, you took me to the summit of it on the morning of May 18th, 1980. And it was one of the hardest things I'd ever done, but you gave me encouragement and support, and I was able to do it with your love and support. And when we got to the top of that, we saw Mount St. Helens explode from the best viewpoint in the world. Okay, now I know you didn't plan the eruption thing, but it was still pretty spectacular. We also traveled. I turned 8 years old in Norway. You showed me your childhood home in Rubbestadneset. You introduced me to your beloved Tante Alma, for example. We even took a boat out to the historic Turtall Farm and hiked through the pastures, and that made me decide at age 8 that someday I wanted to have a farm. And so I got to do that as well. Anyway, as I grew up, you showed me that also how to be a husband. You were loving to my mother and treated her kindly and with respect. You showed me how to be a father, and I got to observe that through how you cared for my little brother, Paul, for example, and how kindly you took care of him. I'll admit, I'm not as good a father as you are, but I like to think that I did all right by my sons, Finn and Reed, and if so, you get a lot of the credit for that, despite the mistakes I have made. Anyway, I'll see you in person tomorrow, but today, Father's Day, I wanted to send you this 5-minute video to let you know how much I love you and appreciate you and all that you've done for me and for my brother Paul and for your 4 grandsons. Anyway, see you tomorrow. I love you. I'm filming this video at the cabin that you and I and Paul built together a third of a century ago, and it's still standing strong, and you're still strong as well. Love you, Dad. Bye.